We are live.
Two.
Alrighty. Hello, everyone. I'm Kai Unity
Or
Kai,
here.
and we have Manic Professor
Hi.
here with us.
Hello, hello.
Of course, this will probably be a lot that people will be greeted with it, see it after the fact, but that's fine in terms of the
Yeah.
greeting. But alrighty. So let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and pull my sources up. And do you want to start? Since you put a couple of points together, and then I'll kind of jump in, follow you up, or follow with you, I guess.
Okay. So for this episode, we're going to focus on parasocial relationships, specifically our own experiences with, and I hate using this term when I talk about myself, fans within the world of Twitch. In my case, not just Twitch, but the music thing as well, and more recently, stand-up comedy. And I, I will say that this is probably our most personal episode.
I would agree.
And I imagine once we get through this, we'll probably talk about other things as well. Sort of branch off and discuss unrelated topics, life. But yeah. So
So
I've encountered
what
this a
is a
lot.
parasocial relationship? Why don't we give a definition?
So I don't have a dictionary
Well,
definition, but
just
sort of
off the top of your head.
yeah, it's sort of a one-sided relationship between, say, a streamer and the viewer. The viewer oftentimes gets a view of the streamer, and over time, especially if you're a regular viewer, you start to develop a sort of kinship, I guess, with the
Yes.
streamer. And even though it's one sided in the sense that the streamer oftentimes doesn't know who you are, but as they put themselves out there, as we put ourselves out there, certain viewers, the regulars, or even just random people, they sort of feel like it's like a friendship, what it really isn't.
Right.
Is
So
that
that's a good definition off the top of your head. I just realized I didn't have your avatar on the stream. It's on there now, and it's working properly. Sorry
okay?
about that. Um,
It's okay.
okay. So for the way that I gather it, it's essentially that. The way I like to put it as is a celebrity relationship versus like a celebrity non-celebrity relationship where somebody forms a personal relationship with a celebrity. Like there's like being a fan, right? And then there's more than that where you
Mhm.
become involved in their lives, like the Kardashians or whatever. Like their lives actually affect your own life. And the thing about it is this when you form these relationships, you might feel this way towards this person, but they have no idea who you are. So,
I've with this a lot, just on Twitch. Um, and like I've met plenty of long-term friends, which I've talked about them before. Dan the Man, yourself, GM, a bunch of people, mostly fellow streamers. If I'm honest with you, I don't really have that much of a relationship with strictly viewers, um, because to me, all it really is, they're just words on a screen.
right,
You're reading chat, and that's basically that's how I always saw it. And
right.
when I stream, um, like the same thing, like when I had a webcam, I would look into the webcam, but I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at a camera. But to the person watching, I am looking at them.
Right.
So there is that disconnect there. That
It's a
it's
fake
I don't
friendship,
think
essentially. Well, it is on the part
I wouldn't
of, I guess, on both sides, really. There's a
I wouldn't
spectator
call it fake.
that might hold more of an investment in the person than that person holds in them. Because, like you say, they could, uh, if we're looking at it from a streamer point of view, it can just be text on the screen, just a username. It isn't, it's
Yeah,
doesn't feel the same as a real life connection. I think this is a little bit
right.
different than the example I'm giving with the celebrity type of experience, but I think they draw parallels, so it's
Yeah,
fine.
they're similar,
Right.
but like for myself, I have what I call perpetual shyness. Since I was maybe 12 or 13, I've always just had problems meeting new people. And Twitch, for myself, during those years that I did it, there was the social aspect of it, but it didn't replace it. And what I mean by that is like, I've said this before in the past. I'm a huge introvert.
Right. But you're
Like people
very,
have a lot.
you have a lot of charisma. You had mentioned that last week. You're very introverted. I am as well, but you are able to be extroverted when you need to. I can as well, but it seems as though you have maybe an easier time of acting, exercising that extroversion, I guess. Would you say as well, or well, from your
You know,
point of view?
I don't consider it a multiple personality thing, but I do have two distinctly separate sides. When I'm on duty like I am right here, I'm Manny. Y'all know me as Manny, Panic Professor.
Yeah.
But when I'm not, when I'm off, when I'm at home relaxing, I'm Matt. Like I'm just straight up. I'm not saying that as if it's like multiple personalities. It's not. It's just two sides of the same coin.
Right.
You know, and it stems from my need to live a quiet, peaceful life, despite doing things that sometimes puts me in the public eye.
I
And
agree.
so, like,
Um, I'm
I do
gonna
music. I do.
experiment with the audio for this stream. We'll have to look at it later and see what it sounds like. But I'm gonna try a gain
Okay.
filter on the desktop to pump your voice up a little bit. It's a little bit low. I think that I know that you can't really help it, but I'm gonna see if I can help it. So, what I'm gonna
Yeah,
do
go
is I'm
for it.
gonna turn a gain filter on. My concern with doing that was like if I had music in the background or something, you know. But I'm
Mm,
gonna turn. I don't have any music on, so it's just us talking.
okay.
So what I'm gonna do is, okay, I put a gain filter on. So go ahead and continue here. Let me get a reading on the desktop.
Okay. I mean that's the thing. Like I say, perpetual shyness, introversion plays a huge part in this. That feeling. Two sides of the same coin. But I feel like I've gotten better at it over time. But in real life, especially, I still do tend to avoid people altogether.
Oh,
Like I'm
I'm
one of those people. I don't
very much the
less
same
social
way.
to. I'll name an example. Have you listened to Manny's Magnum Opus, the
Ever
one
been
that I
to
did last
where?
year? Have you listened to Manny's Magnum Opus?
Uh,
Uh, my
that's
most
your
recent
whole
album.
album. I've listened to quite a few of them. Wait, that is that an individual track? No, that's your album, isn't it?
Yes. There's
I've
a
listened
song.
to quite a few of them, but anyway, um,
There's a song on Magnum Opus called "The Things That Happen Inside My Head," which it's like a 5 minute monologue. It's just myself talking to some weird music, but that touches upon that quite a bit, and specifically the part about somebody catches you on the street. Yeah, ah,
right.
fuck, here we go. You know that
I'll have to
yeah,
play
that
that
very much is,
as the outro tonight, I think. Does that sound
yeah,
good?
yeah. Oh my, yeah,
Okay.
it's yeah, no, that very much is what kind of person I am in real life.
Right.
And
I would say a lot of people might be that way, actually. I don't know, but then you have your like truly extroverted people that are just very people oriented, people person, you know. And it sounds like
mhm.
you are if you need to be, but otherwise you're very introverted. You keep to yourself. And I would say I agree with you in terms of that's very much how I am as well. If I need to be outgoing, I will be. Like I feel like when I go out like to a store or something, initiate conversation, it feels almost forced. But I do that because I want the other person to feel comfortable. Because if you're just standing there not saying anything, it's very awkward. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And this one other thing that I think factors into this, I suck at small talk.
Oh yeah,
If you're just like, hey, nice weather we're having. I don't know
right.
what the,
I don't like
you
the small
know,
talk either. I do it all the time as well, and I absolutely despise it.
something like this where we actually have a focused topic. That's where I thrive.
Right.
And so this is a personal question, but do
Mhm.
you have anyone in your everyday life that knows you as Kai Unity Kai? That knows that you're a Twitch streamer?
My family, some of my family, a couple of people in
Okay.
my family, yes. But
So I've only ever had one person ever recognize me out in public. And this was
uh,
years ago.
someone's recognized you outside in the public, like from your related to Twitch.
Uh, YouTube actually, but yes.
Oh, okay.
And I gotta say, they were very nice about it. They were super cool, respectful. We fist bumped, and it was pleasant. But
Yeah.
on the flip side, there have been people online that try to flip it around and try to talk about personal things about me, basically without my consent. You know, I hate when people use my real name online.
Yeah, I can
Like,
understand that, especially because there's a lot of malicious actors on the internet that can use that information for means that are bad. So I agree with you. I used to not really care too much about giving my name, but nowadays I don't at all. Um, like I said, man, I'm so much different than how I used to be. I used to be crazy with, getting fucked up, and I look back
right.
on that and it's like, man, you really put out a lot of personal information and about yourself, and so I can agree with you. It's best to keep personal information, including your name, to yourself and
I
to
mean,
maybe close friends, but
your real name's not a secret. It's out there. You know, if you know where to look, it's not hard to find.
that's true.
But
That's true.
I still prefer to keep that strict line between Manny online and Matt in real life.
Right.
You know, that's the thing. Like, I don't care if you know my name. Just if we're in the sense where, you know, if you're a fan or somebody that does not know me personally, but knows me through these things, please call me Manny. It makes
Right.
it so much more comfortable.
Right. So
But
let's
on the flip
give a
side,
definition real quick of parasocial relationships. I think we kind of moved past this point, but let's just, I have it on the
okay,
screen here, but it's just a quick
okay.
little three-sentence paragraph. But it says, in traditional parasocial relationships, a person extends emotional energy, interest, and time in the relationship while the other person, the media figure or the Twitch streamer, is unaware of the other's existence. There is no reciprocal two-way interaction between the viewer and performer. But in the sense of a
Much
streamer, there
better.
is an interaction. So this, I feel like, is more of like someone who is more than a fan of a celebrity, that is involved in their life and that celebrity's life affects them. And that celebrity has no idea who the person is. They don't even know that person exists. I think that's kind of more uh, representative of a parasocial relationship, but I don't know. I feel like the streaming and viewership can be. I think you really want to make sure that there's a type of like I was mentioning to you earlier, a relatability, so that others can relate to it as well. But there is because it says there is no reciprocal two-way interaction between the viewer and performer, but with streaming there is, but it's just text. But I
But it's,
suppose we
yeah,
could confine it
indirect.
that way. So go ahead.
Pretentious to say that what we do affects people's lives. We're just entertainers at the end of the day. We're just regular people who just happen to have a cool hobby. And if what we do reaches somebody and if it makes a positive impact, cool.
Hmm.
But don't put us on a pedestal just because we are in that position.
Right.
We're in
And
that position for our, well, in my own case, I do what I do because I enjoy it. I don't do it like the moment this feels like a job is the moment I would step away from it or
Right.
take a break, do something else. You know, and I've been there before. I've been at that spot before where I've taken 3, 4 months off of streaming. Sorry,
Right.
I've
So
taken time off and then recharge the batteries, come back,
I hear
and
you.
then I've had people like, "Where the hell have you been? What the
Yeah,
hell?"
yeah, yeah. They think the worst immediately, you know. I know I do. Oh, what the hell? You know, are they all right? What's going on? Yeah.
And of course, this year I haven't really streamed at all. This
Mm.
year I couldn't if I wanted to, and
Well,
I've
your
already had people.
your power switch. I mean, that's one reason, but maybe time as well.
Yeah,
Have you looked into get that fixed, by the way?
I'm hoping once I get just a little bit of screw you money,
Uh-huh.
I'll be able to replace that. The computer itself works. It's just the
Right.
case, the actual switch on the
It's
case
your power
doesn't work.
switch, right?
Yes, I
Mm.
know the computer has power,
Right.
but
If only there was
yeah,
some way to get that booted up without that damn power switch. Maybe bypass it some way. I'm sure there might be
some,
some unorthodox way, but then you might risk screwing up your motherboard, shorting it out or something. But yeah,
I'm wary about that because those things aren't cheap.
no, they're not. Um,
I spent $5 once on a new motherboard.
yeah, I'm gonna grab
No,
a beer real quick, and what do- what what do we've got about 44 minutes, so we got no, a little bit of time here. I think you said you wanted to kind of keep the parasocial at about a half an hour, I guess. Is that what you had
you
mentioned
know,
before we had started? And then a half an hour of whatever, I think is what you had mentioned.
I mean, I don't know if it'd be strictly half an hour, just whenever we feel
Okay,
like we've
right.
done with it.
Okay. When I sit back down, I'm gonna grab my beer real quick. Catfish. I think that's really good topic to integrate. So let me grab my beer. I'll let you know when I'm sitting back down.
Actually, they're really good. One that I've been quoted. When he wants to pop off my own peppers. Oh, I wish I had lines
Alrighty,
prepared.
I am seated again.
Uh,
What beer are you drinking tonight? Blue Moon, I think is what you had last time, wasn't it? I had to get my other headphone in
I
there.
tried to get
You
I
tried
tried
to
to
get
get
what?
PBR this week.
Oh, PBR. You
Uh,
tried to get it?
I tried, but they were sold out, so I got a
Uh,
push ice, which
you
kind of
quite like PBR, don't you? I'm glad I turned you. Did I
yeah.
turn you on to that?
Yes, you did actually.
Nice.
Quite a while back now.
Right. Yeah, I the reason I stopped drinking PBR is because the hangovers, to be honest with you. I love the taste of it and all that, but one of the beers that has the least effect on hangovers is Miller Lite, and that's what I drink is Miller Lite. My hangovers are bad, man. I have like maybe
I
6 to 9
take that
beers
off.
once a week, and I have a hangover for at least 24 hours. It's horrible.
Ooh,
Yeah, man. It's
mm,
bad.
it's not a in between. I don't
At
take that
least
off.
at least 21 to 24 hours from having
Mm,
8 to 9 beers.
that's rough.
It is very rough, especially when you have to do things, you know? I don't know about you, but I hate doing anything when I'm hungover.
Oh yeah, just that sluggish feeling.
Yeah. For
It's
me,
the
it's the
it's the
headache.
worst.
It's like a foggy head. I'm very sensitive to
Mm.
sounds and light, you know?
So here's a personal fact about me. When I was 8 years old, I had eye surgery, and one of the things it was the correct. I was cross-eyed,
Oh,
It was
really?
like a lazy. Yeah. So the procedure, one of these side effects that happened after the fact was hypersensitivity to light. I can't be in sunlight for longer than maybe 5 minutes, or else I get the worst migraine. I mean, completely useless. And the only thing that will help is if I force myself to lay down and go to sleep.
Wow.
Yeah. So when I'm out and about, I have to wear big Mondo
Do
sunglasses.
you? Dang.
Yeah.
That
So
sucks.
that's it just depends the sensitivity.
I've experienced issues with sunlight a few times, but that's like when it's extremely bright out and you're in a
Yeah.
darkened environment, and then you go outside and it hurts your eyes. It's almost like an aching pain, at least for me.
Yeah.
Is that
And
kind of how it is for you too?
it's like behind my eyes get really. It's like somebody takes the muscles behind your eyes and just stretches them out.
Wow.
Just that soreness.
Have you ever
You
taken
know.
medication to maybe help the effects or just wear the eye
Yeah.
protection?
I was. Yeah. No. I was. Yeah. I kind of had a painkiller problem for a while there because of it. Not
Ah.
anymore. I'm now, but yeah.
Hey,
When I was
well,
a
there's no problem
teenager.
with that. I mean, if you're
Well, yeah.
given pain medication, you're given it. You know what I mean? It's no
Yeah.
problem.
No. Yeah. After the fact, I just basically just avoid going out if I can't. If I can.
Yeah, I hear you,
I'm a
man.
home.
I'm a very what's the term? Homebody, I think it's termed.
That's exactly what I just said.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Um. So yeah. Back on topic. Catfishing. That's a
It is.
great segue.
It is.
Um. So recently, I'm not going to name names, but there was somebody that I was talking to who and she shared pictures without filters, but basically every picture that she did post online had the Snapchat filters and whatever
Yeah.
to make herself look better than she actually
Right.
was. That's classic textbook catfishing, if you ask me. And
Well, is it a real photo? You said Snapchat. Does she just
it,
like
it,
make put filters on it to make herself look nice? I mean, a lot of people do that. Or was it
yeah,
like an actual, not really her?
no, it was really her,
Oh, okay.
but it was sort of like Photoshop in a way. It looked like somebody smeared Vaseline on the camera. It
Right.
was naturally smooth.
So presenting yourself as not your real self, I guess, kind of pushing the envelope a little bit.
And that's a great way to integrate that into parasocial relationships
Uh-huh.
because there is an element of catfishing involved in streaming after all. Maybe not for everybody, but there actually is, you're putting yourself out there, you're putting on a persona in a way, or at least I did to a certain degree.
Right.
Whether it was using Manny and real name, or you know,
See,
cracking a few more jokes,
yeah,
cracking a few more beers normally would. You know, my
this,
personality in real life was a little bit different.
yeah, and that kind of relates to the online versus offline self, which is what I think we were originally going to do that. We'll have to maybe do that next week, or if not that, maybe, see, I want to get something that is like Sonic R. I was looking to see if I could find a copy of that because I know that you really enjoy that game. There's a PC version of it. I don't know if you know that or not. But
Yes, I have it.
oh, okay.
That's what I should do.
I was looking for the PC version and I found it, but I do not want to get a pirated copy. I used to be all right with that. I wouldn't really care, but nowadays, if I can get it and support the developers, I will. And if I have games that I've got through means like that in the past and I come across the opportunity to purchase it, I will. I've done that many a times. But I figured that would be a great topic because, like, talking about hidden facts or something, or differences between the Sega Saturn and the PC version. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you want to do that now?
Let's see. We can. We're at around 25 minutes, but that's close enough to
Uh,
30, I suppose.
yeah, sure enough.
Okay.
Um, yeah, so the game, there's three different versions that have come out. Three official versions that have come out.
I'm gonna pull
The
up some
Sega Saturn was
resources.
the first.
Since I don't have the game or I can't play it, I'm gonna pull up some resources. So I'm gonna turn off the display
Okay,
and find these while you uh, talk about it. So
okay. Yeah, so there's three versions of the game that have come out officially. The
I
first
saw that
one, the
as well.
original, was Sega Saturn, and it was kind of bare bones, really just a straightforward game. And then I think the next year, uh, the Saturn version came out, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, it came out in '97. Is that right?
Um, I have the. You are right, sir. November 1997. It was first released in the United States in November 1997. Sega
And so
Saturn.
I believe that the following year was when the Windows 98 version came out.
It
And
says down here Windows PC. It was ported a year later. So yep, 1998.
so I didn't own a Saturn growing up. So the PC version was my first experience with it.
Mhm.
And the PC version added a whole bunch of features like the weather. I don't know if you've noticed during my streams, when I would do the Sonic R runs, I would do it with snow on,
I think I
you know, where
do
it would be
remember
snow.
that now. Yes.
So the advantage to that was there's water hazards, and all of the courses, well, no, 4 out of 5 of the courses have water traps, water hazards. And if you fall in, it slows you down considerably. And if you
Right.
have the snow set on, you can just run on the water. It would just ice over and it would just be a solid ground,
One of
and
the
which comes
major
in super
complaints I hear about that game is the controls are horrible. Would you agree?
awesome. Absolutely. And
Yeah.
that's what made it so fun for me was because the controls soaked to deck.
Yeah.
They so a fun fact about that, a it was conceived as a Formula One game. And for some reason, I don't know the reason.
What do you mean by that?
Uh,
Formula One, like I don't quite understand that
like,
phraseology. Was it originally a racing game? Oh, it says it right there.
yeah,
Oh wait, no, it is a racing game. Was it originally a racing game? Like a
yes,
kart game or something?
yeah. Instead of it being a Sonic game, it was just like Formula One racer, race cars.
Ah,
So if when you play the game, play it with that mindset, and the controls will make sense. And there's even certain things like the sound effects. Some of the characters, like if you take a turn too fast and start skidding off, it sounds like a car,
right.
you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, those were leftover elements from when it was, and then somewhere
Ah.
along in they, I guess they were pressured to put out a new Sonic game for the Saturn,
Mm-hmm.
um, because the Saturn actually never did get its own dedicated Sonic game. There was one game, Sonic Extreme,
Yes,
that I
the prototype, wasn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
yes, and it never saw the light of day. But um, when that game got canceled, they ported over Sonic 3D Blast, which was a Genesis game, and then they put that out on the Saturn with a different soundtrack and some graphical enhancements, a different special stage, things like that. But
So I'm
besides
looking at a
that,
screenshot here. Is there boss battles? I see Eggman.
no, it's strictly a racing game.
Ah.
But they, well, I wouldn't call them a boss battle. So there are 7 hidden characters.
Seven?
Six. 6 or 7. I actually don't remember off the top of my head. But there's hidden characters in the game. And there are lots very, there's collectibles hidden in the courses where if you collect 5 coins hidden throughout the
Right.
stage, finish, I think it's within third place, you unlock a second race against one of those hidden characters. And if you beat that hidden character, you unlock it.
Okay, I think I see who they are. Metal Sonic, the Tails doll, which was also in Sonic
Yes,
Adventure, Metal Knuckles, Eggman Robo, and Super Sonic.
correct. Yes, and and Dr. Eggman, you get through if you get first place on all of the courses.
Yeah, that sounds like a
He's
fun
the,
challenge.
I would say that he's the easiest one to unlock.
Mm,
And Supersonic, you have to collect all 7 emeralds, which are another collectible that you have to unlock through these races. And usually those are hidden behind special doors, or if you have X amount of rings, you can open this door, and poof, there's the emerald. And
right.
if you collect that, must finish in first place. If you get second place or down, you don't get the emerald. You have to try again.
Ah, man, it seems like it could have been a much better game if it like I appreciate like the ability to go off track because it seems like that's
Yeah.
what I remember seeing when you would play it. But then again, it also seems like that makes it very confusing and much more difficult. Would
Well,
you
it becomes
agree?
a speedrunner game.
Ah,
So I
okay.
didn't play it the way normal people did. Once upon a time, we're talking probably 2006, back when I was about 14, I
Hmm.
held the world record for that game.
Oh, wow, man, that's awesome.
So I don't anymore,
Yeah,
but
okay.
I've made friends, parasocial relationships, if you will, with the other, with the people who have broken the record.
Wow.
And a couple I still talk to today. Yeah.
It looks like there's a Sonic Gems collection on the GameCube, which includes.
Ah,
Are you aware of that?
yes. Okay. So that's the third version of the game that came out. Um,
Mm,
it's based off the PC version. It has all the features of the PC version, although there are some minor graphical differences. Nothing major, nothing game breaking, but it had like different lighting effects and different
right.
like draw distance on the PC
So
version and
yes,
the Saturn version.
that's something I would like to mention. I was looking because, like I said, I was looking it up to see how I could get it, and that's the difference. Really, is the PC version has a lot better draw distance, whereas the Sega Saturn
Yeah.
fills it in as you get there. You know, like a lot of old games did.
And
Um,
PC specifically, you had the option you could adjust the draw distance,
oh, okay,
depending on how powerful it could be. You could
right,
have it be complete, where you see the entire course, or you could have it where it emulates the Saturn version, where it pops in as
right,
you hit.
okay. So where did you get this? Did you get it through means, quote unquote, or did you get it like from a? Where did you get it?
The PC version?
Yes.
Uh, well, I was a child, so my parents bought it for me.
Oh, okay. Because like I said,
Yeah,
man, like I said, I think it would. That's what I wanted to do. Well, not necessarily Sonic R, but that came across my mind. I'm like, oh well, Manic really likes Sonic R, and that's something he would have a lot of information about. But that's
oh
why
yeah,
I had mentioned to you in Discord. You know, maybe we can do this next week for one of the topics. Like, what's a good game that maybe both of us have, or one that I could get if I need to that's cheap, you know, and we can talk about like hidden facts or something. Not that I don't think the podcasts are good in terms of like the intellectual angle. I just think that
yeah. The
I,
relatability.
yes, I hate to say it, but I feel like people don't really, uh, they're not really interested as much as I would like them to be, unfortunately, you know?
No, I mean we don't have the kind of outreach that most other podcasts do. I mean,
Mm.
at least in this case, we didn't really advertise this ahead of time.
I guess that's true. I've never advertised any of my Twitch streams. I just keep it within Twitch. I never go on Twitter or none of that. So I guess that's true. We wouldn't know, right?
Yeah,
With these
I'm the same way.
academic things, you know? That's true.
No,
Definitely true.
I'm very much the same way with that. I never advertised when I would go live.
Yeah.
I may, maybe on my Discord channel,
Right, right.
but at least in social media as a whole,
Uh-huh.
Twitter or Facebook or
Yeah,
whatever.
we
No,
share a lot of similar characteristics, I'd say. We're very much
yeah,
very similar in a lot of ways. and how
Yeah,
we
I agree.
approach life and think about things, perceive things, and whatnot. Pretty cool,
But
I'd say. It's nice to
it's
know
refreshing
someone
to have.
else. Yes, refreshing, I guess, is a good way to put it. Indeed.
I've always felt like a fish out of water in those
Yeah.
social interactions, right?
I
That I have somebody I
yeah.
can talk to about things like this, and no judgment, no anything like that.
Right.
This is I like this.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I really do as well. Very always feel kind of like an oddball. Yeah. Yeah. But I think you're very intellectual, and I think that intellectual individuals can kind of they are kind of in their own little domain, I guess. You know what I mean? But they
Uh,
have, they just view things differently, approach things
yeah.
differently.
So back to the topic. Um, would you say that if somebody approached you in person,
Uh-huh.
would you consider yourself standoffish or reserved in a way?
I would consider myself to be. I would want to. I'm afraid of making others feel bad. So even if I don't want to speak to someone or interact with them, I will force myself to, if that makes sense. I may not want to, but I'm very much I
I'm
don't want to hurt others' feelings. So,
kind of different in that regard.
okay.
I don't know why. I don't. I guess I lack the ability to kind of read the room sometimes. If like if somebody comes up to me, hey, how you doing? If you, yeah, sometimes I can come across as antisocial or standoffish, and I don't mean to.
Right.
It just kind of happens, and
I've had
that's
those comments about myself. I've been told I have a resting bitch face. I seem like I'm
oh
an
my
asshole,
goodness,
but I'm really not an asshole. You know.
I can be an asshole.
Yeah, I can as well. I can as well. I don't like it though because it doesn't feel good. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I like to be in a very serene, peaceful mood all the time, as much as I can be. So
yeah.
some people are
And that's
very they'll argue with you. They'll, want to battle you, but that's their personality. Some people are like that. I'm not.
yeah. Some people are kind of overbearing
Hmm.
with that, and sometimes like I say, I tend to avoid most people like that. I tend to avoid conversations if I'm you know if I can
Right.
help it.
Yeah,
But that
I
doesn't mean.
agree.
I mean, and this is more talking to the audience here. If you spot me in real life, do not be afraid to come up and say, "Hey." Just be respectful about it. Maintain a healthy distance, like you would any person. That's all I ask.
I agree.
I'm not weirded out at first. If somebody says, "Oh man, I'm not ready for it," I will be weirded out. But that's the shyness kicking in, right? And it ties back to the topic at hand. Don't come at me thinking you know me when you don't.
Right. Because you do portray
And
a sense of persona online, but
yeah,
again, like you say, it's not multiple personality. It's just, I mean, everybody that does streaming, I feel like they may not be that same way. I mean, some people might, but I think a lot of people
and
aren't necessarily that the way they are online. Maybe especially if it's like streaming or something, because it's not really putting on a character, but it's a little bit. It is. It's kind of
the way I look at it is when I'm on duty, as it is, like right here, right now, you're getting a curated side of my personality. You're getting me on good behavior. But
right.
you know, it also applies like if we're playing a game together online, like in voice chat or this podcast, at least in this case, I'm intentionally and knowingly peeling back the layers and revealing more of myself, but I'm consenting to it. You know,
Right. Right.
if somebody who just brings that stuff up to me and I'm not okay with it, then yeah, I'm not going to react to it that
Exactly.
well, you know.
You'll come out of your shell when you're ready and contribute as
Yeah.
you feel comfortable to. But you don't want to feel
And it's not
forced to do it. I'm very much the
right.
same. So
And it's different from day to day too.
exactly.
You know, how I feel about something one day doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to feel the same way tomorrow or act the same way tomorrow. And that might be the bipolar side there.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
yeah. I was diagnosed with bipolar NOS, not otherwise specified, which is parts of bipolar type 1 and 2. So I have mania as
Hmm.
well, man, quite frequently, especially when I'm stressed out. I become very manic when I'm stressed.
Yeah, same. That's where the name came from.
Yeah,
Manic Professor.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or
You know,
if,
it's pills.
yeah, if I, a scenario that really throws my day off, I'll think about it the entire day. You know what I mean? And it like throws my whole fucking day off. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
I'll name you an actual real life example. 2 days ago, I came home from work and there was a leak under my bathroom sink.
Yeah, yeah, you told me about that.
Did I tell
Yeah.
you about this? I did. Okay, yeah. So I dealt with that, and literally all night. I mean, we're talking until like 3 in the morning when I finally went to sleep. That's all I could think about was, oh shit, I hope I can fix this. Oh God, I
Right.
hope it's fixed. Oh. And I would obsessively go back and check it. And of course, it wouldn't
Dude,
be any
I
different.
it's so fucking crazy. I do the same fucking thing. I have a in my bathroom. There's a little bit of a leak coming out of my piping. Not a major leak, but I'm like I'll constantly check it every
Not
time
major.
I go into the bathroom. I'll look and be like, "Oh fuck, is it leaking on the floor? Is it gonna go through the floorboards?" you know?
Yeah, yeah, no, it's bad. I tend
Yeah,
to get pretty obsessive about that.
yeah. Well, that's the nature of I don't know what type of personality or mindset you would refer to this as. I guess I don't know if
I
it's
am,
necessarily bipolar, but I think there's more aspects to it as well. Are you very obsessive in your thinking?
yes,
Me as
absolutely, yes.
well. I think about the same things
Thousand times.
multiple times a day. Yeah.
For me, and this is weird. I think I don't know if this is normal or not, but I obsess over things that I say or should have said or want to say and didn't. You know,
I have done that
like
as
if
well.
somebody,
I'll sometimes prepare for a conversation, what I'm going to say. So I feel we
I
have
do
a
that.
lot of correlations in our personality.
Yeah, I agree. Like this right here. You know, I made these notes, typed out these notes ahead of time
Right,
so that when we do this, I have a more coherent thought process. I can, I have it right here. I can read it, and I know I'm not forgetting anything.
right. Yeah, I'm very much the
Like
same way, man.
that first podcast that we did 2 weeks ago, I didn't prepare for it at all.
Mhm.
And then after the fact, I realized, shit, I should have said this. Oh, why didn't I talk about this?
Right.
It,
I
last
thought our
week and
first
this
podcast
week,
was pretty
I
darn
did.
good, actually. So,
Oh, yeah, it was. It just, it was a test run.
yeah.
And of course, now I know going into it without prepping is not the way to go about it.
Yeah.
I had
Well,
to have
you don't have to prepare so much, but a little bit is good. So,
yeah, a little bit. I don't do that much research, but like in this case, the topic at hand, I did have real life, still do have real life examples that I could pick from and
right.
talk about.
Yeah.
Uh, but like, by and large, I mean, I don't. It's not that I hate talking to people. If it's the right person, like this, you can get a lot of mileage out of it. But for the most part, I just don't find people all that interesting
Yeah,
unless
it's difficult.
because
It's very difficult. Yeah. I agree, Matt.
it's all talk.
I think
And
that people are a lot different than I am, and you feel the same way, but I think it's because our minds operate differently. We perceive differently. A lot of people are very influenced by whatever the popular topic is at the time, popular media, politics, and they're confined by that, and but they also view things
Yeah.
differently.
Yeah. Okay, so another question, sort of related to the topic. Have you ever met a famous person?
I have not. I don't think I have ever met a famous person. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, I don't believe I have. I'd like
The
to.
reason
There's a
I ask,
musical artist I'd like to meet, but they also say don't ever meet your heroes. I don't know if you've heard that.
well, luckily my heroes are dead, so
Okay.
that's not happening. But no, the reason I ask is because I'm curious if if you do meet a famous person, if you would act starstruck and come at them much like some people would come at us
Right.
with that parasite. Uh, I'm not going to name any names. I'm not going to name drop anyone, but I have actually met a few famous people,
Oh, wow.
mostly musicians. I've met a couple actors too, but
Nice.
no like A-list or anything. But they're known.
B-list, still actors. That's cool, man. I've always liked
Um,
acting, to be honest with you, especially theater.
oh, same. I've never had any ambition to be an actor,
Yeah,
but yeah, no, I've just been a fan of people that do it. I appreciate the art,
there's a
especially
lot that
live
goes into
theater.
it. There really is. But yeah,
And
very
it's
rewarding.
probably,
Very rewarding line of work.
oh yeah, um, it's hard to be successful,
I
but
would
that's
agree.
with any but that goes with anything, any kind of entertainment, whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Hard to break. But you know, I dislike fandom culture.
Okay. Do you think that
And
it's what do you dislike about it?
it's the same thing. It's the one-sided thing where somebody gets obsessed about, a TV show or a musical artist or a song or something. Like it's to like something, it's to be a fan. To try to claim ownership over something that's one-sided.
Yeah, I can
I don't
understand that. I think that I would say obsession. I mean, it goes. It's really that's kind of what it is. I mean, parasocial. If we lean back into that, but it becomes
it's
almost their
only
kind of whole being, really, in a way. I mean,
I agree. It's like or at least the ones that I've met, they're just people. They just happen to have a cool job. You know, egos aside, things like, the paparazzi and tabloids that invade these people's privacy for no good reason. It's entirely selfish, money making, money grubbing scheme.
yeah,
It
it
gets
is their
whining.
job, but they also put a lot of people in danger as well at the same time. So,
I don't understand the need for that.
yeah.
Uh,
Well, I
my
mean, opportunity. They're uh they're taking they're getting a hold of that opportunity. So I guess that's the best way to put it.
who really gives a shit who Taylor Swift's fucking? At the end of the day, who
Yeah.
cares?
People magazine and all those outlets, yeah.
My mom loves the celebrity tabloids, loves them. I mean, growing up, that's every single week she would buy People Magazine, Star Magazine, Us Weekly, that shit. And I would skim through this stuff, and first off, 90% of the stuff they publish isn't even true. But it's such an invasion of privacy that unless you
It
get this
is.
person to enter, it just no, it's wrong.
Well, I think that a lot of people say that if you're a celebrity, it's to be expected. I mean, you're no longer really an individual. I mean, you are, but at that point, you become a product. You're marketed. You're
That
an
is
image. So
Yeah, that is precisely the reason why I've always said if I ever got super popular doing Twitch, I would just quit. I would just leave and do something else because I don't want that fame. I don't want that attention, man. I want to
well,
be
I
able to
think it's
be
too much in your
hanging
personal
out on
life
a
at that point.
Yeah, like I like having my cake and eat it too. You know what I mean? I like being able to do cool stuff, but I also want to have a quiet, peaceful life where I don't have to
Exactly.
worry about. And I'm such a private person. I will be honest with you about this. There are people that have known me for over 10 years that have never been to my house.
Oh, wow. Well,
Like I
I'd
can
say I'm probably pretty much the same. So, I mean,
I can count on one hand the amount of people I've invited into my home. I'm that intensely private.
yeah.
It runs deep, and that not very many people seem to understand that.
Well, it's understandable. It's understandable, I think, if you look at it and understand why. I mean, there's a lot of,
This is the
negative
first time
things
I've
that
had.
can come from a
Oh,
lot of people knowing about you too much personally, I feel like, especially in day and age of technology, you know what I'm saying? So,
right. This is also the first time I've really acknowledged this too. So
oh, okay.
I'm peeling it back a bit, breaking the walls down just a bit. Like
Well,
I said,
peeling it
I'm
back like an
consenting to
onion.
this.
Well, yeah, man, it's fine, dude. I think it makes for good conversation. I'm gonna grab me another
All right,
drink. We got about 8 minutes or
nine
so
minutes.
here. Yeah, something like that, 8, 9. I don't know what game I'm gonna play, but I try to keep it at 2 hours, so I'm gonna play something after this. I was wanting to play some Sega Dreamcast demos, but I haven't got that. I've got to build them. I've got to build the
Oh,
discs, so they don't come as you can't play them the way that they come. You've got to build them with a program and all this shit. Very technical, but
uh,
when do you think that you might be able to get your? We gotta work, maybe talk on this on your uh, on Discord about one of these days here about how we can figure out how to get your freaking power switch situation
oh
figured
yeah.
out. You know what I mean?
I also need to get my Wi-Fi back.
Catfishing.
What's that?
I need to figure out how to get my Wi-Fi back at home.
Uh, okay, well, let me grab a beer and I'm gonna follow up with you on that
Yeah,
because I'm interested about this. So let me grab a beer and I'll sit right back down. I'll let you know when I'm sitting back down and let's talk about this real quick.
okay. Yeah. Talking to the audience here. Yeah. It's been probably 8 months now, 9 months now since I've had actual internet at home. Um, and I've mostly just been getting by with just my phone, which it's not the end of the world, but it's also not ideal either. No, I miss Twitch. I miss streaming, but it's not likely that I'll be able to anytime soon.
Alrighty, I'm sitting back down. So you say get your Wi-Fi back on. So without giving too much personal information for this reason, is it just because you just currently don't have the Wi-Fi right now, or?
So back in April, was it April? I think it was April. My next door neighbor
Mhm.
had done some yard work, some landscaping, and like dug up a bunch of their lawn. And the very day that they did that, my internet just completely shut off.
Wow.
And I have tried for 3 months after that to get somebody, some technician from my ISP. I'm not naming names,
Right.
but somebody to come out here and take a look at it. And each and every time I would get the same runaround. Oh, our technicians are spread thin. Please check back another day. Motherfucker, it's been 3 months. And they're still
Um.
billing me.
Wow.
They're
Are
still
they?
billing me for this. Yes. And I'm still like, I've been on the phone with them. I've tried to cancel my account. The hardest thing in the world, it turns out, is to try to cancel your ISP account because they are just throwing deal after deal after deal at you, trying to get you
Yeah.
to stay as a member. And I'm like, you don't understand. I don't have service. I've been trying for months to get somebody here to fix my shit, and apparently, there's nobody in this area that's capable of doing it.
That's
So
insane,
what the
man.
fuck? It's
I
like I don't.
So for
That's
my
my situation.
ISP, I have insurance that I pay for every month. I've had my ISP for like 8 years or something like that, maybe 9. But I have insurance on it, so if I have a problem, they'll come out here. I've never had a problem, but thankfully. But to me, this sounds very odd that they would not, uh,
Yeah, it's
like they just
extremely
are pretty
frustrating.
much just giving you the runaround.
Yeah, and yeah, no, I don't.
I don't even
I
think
can
that's
tell you,
legal, to be honest with you, what they're doing.
I can confidently tell you that if I ever do get my internet back, I am switching ISPs in a heartbeat. This is beyond
Are you
ridiculous
on
at
a
this point.
contract?
No, I don't think I am.
Well, if you're on month to month, then you don't have to worry about anything. You can just cancel it and get a new ISP. For me in my area, I
You
only
would
have
think it.
like a few, so there's one that holds a
I,
monopoly.
yeah, I have two choices here. The one that I'm currently at, and another one. And the other one, to get them here, I have to cut a tree down so they can build a terminal.
Ah, shit. Well,
And I don't have a well,
right. Well, you could always have someone come out and do that for you, but still, that's a few hundred or more dollars. So
and
that's
I
quite a
don't need
pickle you're
much.
in.
Yeah, yeah, that cushy salad bar money ain't paying for shit.
Right. Um, shit. Uh,
Yeah.
do you have unlimited data for your cellular?
Yes, yes, I do.
Well, I don't know about you, but for me, my cellular unlimited, but after so many gigabytes, it's throttled. You know what I mean? Like they give you 50
Yeah,
gigs of high speed, and then it's still unlimited, but it's throttled after 50 gigs.
yeah. No, I've
Hmm.
basically been living off my phone ever since.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate, man. You shouldn't have to if you're, especially since you're
Shouldn't.
paying every freaking month.
Yeah. I mean, I just straight up stopped paying, and I have no clue how many hundreds I actually owe them now.
Oh, wow. You stopped paying them, you said?
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I
Yeah.
after the 3 months after getting that runaround and all that
Hmm.
stuff, no, I just stopped. Why should I
Well,
give them my money if they give me service?
yeah. Maybe in Discord, give me a little bit of information about it so I can look this up and try to help you figure it out. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because
All right.
yeah. Yeah, we're running up here on about an hour. I've got about another hour. So
All
I'm
right.
going to throw a game on here for about another hour. So um,
Yeah, I think we're pretty much ready to wrap this up. We
I
only got
think
about
so as
2 minutes.
well. Yeah, really good though. We touched
Oh yeah.
on parasocial relationships.
I
We talked a little bit about Sonic R. So
I actually didn't think we would be able to fill an hour with this, but we did.
we did indeed.
Um,
I play your outro, but to keep it 2 hours, I'm not going to quite have enough time to do that. So I'll have to make sure to do it next week. We'll also have to come up with a
okay.
topic, but we'll talk about that over Discord. But yeah, maybe give me a little bit
Yeah.
of info about what's going on over Discord. Maybe I can do some research on my end and maybe uh, help you figure it out, man. Because you need to get your internet back
Okay.
on. You know what I mean? So
I absolutely do.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Nice. Yeah. That was a good podcast.
yes, I think so as well. We need to get some more people in here. It's too bad about
Yeah.
Dan, and there's a few others I was hoping that would pop in as well. But it is what
Yeah.
it is. So maybe one of these next time or something. So
Yeah. I told Scooby about it. He wanted to come in and he actually did.
what's that?
My friend Scooty, Scooty and him.
Oh yes, yes, Scooty.
Yeah, yeah. I told him about this. He wanted to watch the last 2 weeks and couldn't.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if he's actually watching right now, but if you are, what's up, shithead? How you doing?
Um, I don't know what his username would be, but I'm looking at the list. I
I
I think it's just
I
bots in
don't.
here.
Yeah, I'm not sure what his screen name is now.
Yeah, I think it's all bots. The same bots that are in everybody's channel. But
Right.
yeah, all right. Well,
Well, that
this was Manic Professor and Kai Unity Kai with Parasocial Relationships and Sonic R. And we'll see you next week with what I and Manic and I come up with. So, all right.
Good.
Good one, man. I'll get a hold of you in Discord here, but I'm going to round it out another hour. I'm going to throw a game on here, so.
Alrighty. Alrighty. Have a good night.
You as well, man.
I'll
I'll chat with you later on.
Roger that.
Alrighty.
Take care.
Take care. Alright. So what I need to do is turn off this gain filter. I turned this on here to give a little bit of a boost for Manic's microphone side, but I'm going to turn that off. Also got to get some a audio shelf running, but I'll take care of that hopefully by next week. But I'm going to go ahead and put a game on here. I was hoping to maybe do some Sega Dreamcast. Some demo discs, but didn't quite have it all figured out in time, so see what I have. Maybe I can do something that is still Dreamcast, maybe some Dead or Alive 2. Maybe Flycast? Let's see here. Not sure if this is Dead or Alive 2. It might not be, but let me see. No, this is Castlevania. The demo, or... not the demo, but the tech demo. Dead or Alive 2, there it is. I think I'll do some Dead or Alive 2 for an hour. And I'm just gonna roll through a few matches. About an hour here, so. Alright, we'll watch this intro and then I'll go ahead and do some matches here. This is a modified disc, has modified costumes. So, this is Dead or Alive 2 Final. Alright, let me go ahead and get into it and do a few matches here. But Dead or Alive 2 Final, this has modified costumes. Modified music as well. We'll go ahead and do one with Ion. Yeah, I'll do about 5 or 6 matches, however many my time will allow here.
Get ready, fight!
So this is Ayan versus Bass Boss. I always called him Bass. This is Tina's wrestling father. This is a modified track, music. Ayan is pretty nice in her moveset, I have to say. She's not my favorite, though. Kasumi is my favorite. But she feels good in terms of her controls. Feels very nice.
すごいわね。ここまで来るなんて。あなたが。さーてね。お前がお母様を。Get ready, fight!
Helena and Kasumi are Ayan's nemesis, enemies, which means they deal the most damage. Kasumi especially, and vice versa for Kasumi. Ayan is her enemy. That Ayan feels very good, very, very fluid attacks.
Winner! 自慢の歌も聞けなかったわね。
So I first played this on the Sega Dreamcast. It was my first exposure to Dead or Alive 2. Dead or Alive 3 was my second experience with Dead or Alive. And so there's a lot of technique to Dead or Alive. A lot of people might not think so, but there's a lot of parrying and holy hell. Genfu's kicking my butt. And a lot of move reverse. Like, she's crazy. Her moves, she hops around. It feels very nice to play with her. Feels good.
You lose!
But anyhow, there's a lot of strategy and technique for this game. I'm just kind of mindlessly attacking and maybe blocking as I can, you know, but there's a lot of technique, a lot of strategy. Like that's a counter. But anyways, after Dead or Alive 3, I played Dead or Alive 5 and then Dead or Alive 6.
Winner! 見逃してあげる。あなたはいつもヒロインだった。Get ready, fight!
So there's Kasumi. She's already kicking ass. And I'm going to use the restroom very quickly. Got about 50 minutes or so. I'm going to roll it out to 2 hours, but I'm going to put it on my Be Right Back screen, and I will be right back. I'm going to use the restroom real quick. So I'll be right back. Alrighty, I'll be right there. I'm just gonna grab a drink real quick. Alright, this is my last biertje. If you are Dutch and from the Netherlands, biertje means beer. Anyways, my last beer and my last 44 and a half minutes. So, hey, let's go ahead and continue with the Dead or Alive. So going on to the screensaver, so let me hurry and get on over. Get my controller activated again. I didn't quite cut my lime as well as I should have. These lime pieces are quite thick. And I don't want to get it all over my mouse pad, so get that lime piece pushed down into that beer. Come on, baby. There we go. Got her down on the lime. Got her down on the beer. Alrighty. All right. Well, go ahead and continue here. I've got about 43 minutes. All right. So I'm Ayan. Kasumi's kicking my butt. I knew she would. She is my nemesis. More so than Helena. Yeah, she beat the crap out of me.
You lose. これが無限転身流よ。どうして？誰も邪魔させない。
Alright.
私も甘く見られたものね。
I hate to kick Kasumi's butt, because she's my favorite, but time to kick her butt. There we go, I got a freaking counter, yeah. And she got one right back. Alright, got her. I hate to beat Kasumi's butt, man, because she's my favorite.
御家人が。もしあなた様は。Get ready, fight!
Ooh, wow. He's already going. Even before it officially started. So In is a powerhouse. Got him.
Winner!
全ては我が誰事なり
So this is Tengu, the Japanese Santa Claus. That's always how I imagined him. The Japanese Santa Claus. I'm gonna fill up my vape juice here. I might do another playthrough of another character, and then maybe round it out with some Sonic Adventure. I got enough time to do that. So after I complete this, I'll do one more player. Because it's very quick. It takes like 10 minutes. And then I'll do a level of Sonic Adventure. And that should round it out. So my vape juice is blueberry banana. Blueberry banana. And guess what it tastes like? Blueberry banana. Well, honestly, it tastes like a banana muffin with blueberry pieces in it. That's what it tastes like to me. A banana muffin with blueberry pieces. Very delicious. It almost tastes like you're eating it, even though it's a vapor. It almost tastes like you're eating something. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do one more character after I beat Tengu's butt, and then I'll do a level of Sonic Adventure. Probably Emerald Coast. Alrighty. Let's get his butt beaten. Got him.
Kiku ga ii. Watashi koso wa Miyama no Nyotengu.
Alrighty. That was Ion. I have enough time for one more, and then I'll do a level of Sonic Adventure. Alright.
俺の勝ちだ。文句あんのか。
Do one more. Let's do in. Again, modified costumes. So he's a freaking powerhouse. Boom! He hits so hard. Got him.
Winner!
いい戦いだった。お前はまさか。
Get ready, fire!
Like, N is superior. He's like the strongest freaking character. He hits like a semi-truck.
Winner!
So that's the Tengu. Alright, I'm gonna try to get through this as quickly as possible so I can throw a level of Sonic in. So, let's see here. I guess I'm gonna turn the desktop audio down just a tad. I think it's loud on my end, but possibly, I think it's just loud on my end. What do I have this volume at? 35? Turn down to 30. So, I'm not quite sure who N's nemesis is, because N is a freaking powerhouse. Ah, Base, you're gonna cheat there, are ya? Oh, he's not gonna cheat. He's gonna be, yeah, come on. Gotcha.
いいバイブレーションだ。
イプシロン
Ypsilon.
失敗だったと
Project
聞いたわ
Ypsilon.
お前何を知っている？イプシロンとは何のことだ？
コントロールは解けてるようね行くわよ
So I think Helena might be his nemesis. Then again, never mind. Perfect. Ayan.
もしあなた様は
So maybe Ayan might be his nemesis. Yeah, it seems like it. Yep. So that's his nemesis, Ayan. She blocks almost every move.
これが
どうして
まだか。まだなのか。
Come on in. Let's go, man. Come on in. Ah, she got me again. She's very good against Anne. She blocks all of his moves and is extremely powerful against Anne.
これ
どうして
がまだか。まだなのか。
What the heck? I don't know if I can beat her. She's very tough. That's the third time she's beat me. I've got about another 15 minutes I can spare.
どうして
I was hoping I could get through this freaking
まだなのか。
playthrough, but I'm gonna at least save 10 minutes for Sonic. There you go, Ann. Got her.
逃がさん。
Come on, man. Alright, you got her. Wasn't the best beautiful way, but you got her. Most graceful.
蘇ってくるこの感覚。
兄さん颯兄さん
知っている
So
のか。
this is Kasumi's brother and Anne's sister.
兄さんじゃ
And I should be able to beat the crap out of her. Oh, maybe not. Damn.
You lose この戦いには絶対に勝つ
これが
なぜなの
俺に近づく。
Come on, Anne. Get her. Damn. Holy crap. What the hell, man? She beat me into the ground.
あなたに
Literally.
私は倒せない
これが
なぜ
Alright, I got you this time. 3 times a charm. Come on, in. Let's go, man. Focus. Focus. Okay. Holy hell.
You lose.
これが無限転身流よ。なぜなの？
俺に近づくな。
Get ready.
Okay, she is a lot more difficult than I thought she was going to be. Probably too difficult. So, to keep with the time here. Oh man, she kicked my butt. Alright, I got about 28 minutes. Call it 23 minutes, because I'll do 5 minutes to wind down with, so. So this was the very first... This was the very first Sega Dreamcast game that I ever played. As a kid, I traded my Nintendo 64 with a shoebox of games and all the hookups and controllers and memory cards. The controller packs is what the Nintendo 64 memory card was referred to as. I traded all of that in for the Sega Dreamcast, and I got the Sega Dreamcast console, the hookups for the TV and the power. I got 1 controller, 1 memory card, I think it was a VMU, an official VMU memory unit, because they have third-party memory units. And I got 1 game, and guess what that 1 game was? It was this. Sonic Adventure. And I thought it was so freaking awesome, man. Alrighty, let's do a couple of levels here, and then I'll wind down.
Select a memory card. Select a file. Select.
Internet? What? You can have the internet on Sega Dreamcast? Internet on Sega Dreamcast? What? Initializing modem, dialing modem. 56K, modem connecting. Unable to contact host. Alright, how do I get out of this menu here? Doesn't look like I can? Alright. Relaunch it. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and get straight into the game here.
Select a file. Select a character.
Alright, let's go. Let's get him. Alrighty. Let's go. Alright, I think I've completed this level, so I think I need to head out of here. I think I've already completed the snow level, so... Yep. After studying it, I found it similar to the stratum, but actually it's part of the border. There's a difference. It's pretty interesting. Alrighty.
The train headed for Station Square will be departing soon.
Alright, I think that's where I need to go, is back to Station Square. Station Square. I think this is where I need to go. I can't quite remember. Hey, look at that. Happy Halloween. Yeah, so that's the custom DLC. The Sega Dreamcast did have DLC. You would download it with your modem. And it would put different DLC items in your game. And on the VMU is where you would download it. And it would put it in the game. And Halloween is what I had in the game, so. Oh, okay. Twinkle Park.
Where are you?
Yeah, it is pretty cool, Mike. You downloaded it to your VMU and it would put it in the game, the DLC. They had it for quite a few different things. Christmas, Halloween, quite a few different things, but I have the Halloween one downloaded. So I don't know why it's not loading me in there. It's spelled at Twinkle Park, how come I'm not able to load in there? That's completely outrageous. That guy has another date today. Yeah, I think so as well. Pretty cool. But yeah, there's a lot of different DLCs. Christmas, like says another one, but this one you could download Happy Halloween on your virtual memory unit, your VMU, and it'll plaster the hub here with Happy Halloween. Alright, I'm not sure why it's not loading me into the Twinkle Park. I don't know why. I'm not sure why. Let me look at the VMU. Yeah, so there's the Halloween file. It's 53 bits, or blocks. And that's the Halloween DLC. Like it says, there's a lot of other ones as well. You would download it on your 56K modem, your dial-up. Anyway, Mike, how's it going, man? I'm going to be ending here in about 14 minutes. I'm keeping it to 2 hours. So about another 10 minutes or less of gameplay, and then I'm going to wind down with like a copyright-free song or something. Manic and I already did the podcast for tonight, so I'll share that in the Discord once I get it uploaded to YouTube. It's a pretty good podcast. So we'll be doing one next week as well. The week after we will not be because Manic will need to take off, but next week we'll be doing another one. I'm hoping to get a guest on the podcast, you know what I mean? So hopefully next week we can maybe get a guest. But anyway, let's go ahead and do another level here. Yeah, it's okay, man. That's the beauty of uploading a video. So I'll share it, and if you're interested, you can check it out that way. But next week, we're going to do another one. The week after, like I says, Manic's going to be taking a break, so he has some things to take care of. But we will be doing another one next week. We don't have the topic picked out yet, but I'm hoping we can get a guest, you know what I mean? And all you have to do is just be on Discord. Just join a Discord call. That's it. That's all you have to do. And I can show you on the stream with your avatar. It won't even show you or anything like that. It'll just show your avatar, your Discord avatar. So. Yeah, okay. I am not quite sure. We haven't spoke about it yet. I have an idea on what it'll be, but it's not set in stone yet. But I'll definitely let you know as soon as I figure it out.
Select a memory card.
But all you gotta do is just jump in Discord. So just jump in a voice call. That's all you gotta do. And it'll show your avatar on the screen. Like when you're talking, it'll show that you're talking, you know? Like, that's it. It'll just show your Discord avatar. That's all.
Let's get him!
But our podcasts are quite academic, I would say. Quite academic focused. It is also layman's, like, informal. But it is quite academic centered. But with that said, you don't really have
Train
to.
headed for Station Square will be departing.
Oh, there we go. That's where I needed to go. Knuckles.
What's up, Knuckles? Something bugging you? No time for games, Sonic. Give me the emeralds you have, right now! What? Let's just see you take them, huh?
Alright, we have to fight Knuckles.
Oh no! Oh no! Give it your best shot! Oh no! Oh no! The Chaos Emeralds!
Eggman!
Oh!
Ha! Like taking candy from a baby.
That's a Chaos Emerald!
That's right, fool! You made it all too
That's
easy.
right,
You
fool.
practically gave them to me.
Hold it right there, creep! You can't get away with this!
Knuckles, don't tell me Eggman tricked you again.
Me? What about you?
Way to go, Knucklehead.
Now I have 4 lovely emeralds. Chaos! These are for you, my friend.
Ah! He transformed again!
Man, no one ever cuts us any slack.
Alright, so this is Chaos is 4. I was gonna say 0. He has 4 emeralds, so Chaos 4. So I want to make sure that you're not underneath him because he will flip. There you go. Want to watch out for those waves as well. Alright, one more hit and he's done. So when he takes the lily pads away, you're just in the pond and you'll sink, so you have to keep jumping. Goodbye.
Hey, I'll play with you some other time.
Play with you some other time. So I have this in a widescreen hack, so it looks a little bit differently.
Behold my floating masterpiece, the egg carrier! But it pales in comparison to the power of chaos. Adieu, until we meet again, my friends.
Hey, we can't let him get away! Let's get to my workshop and we'll take the tornado!
Yeah.
We'll take the tornado next time, because I have 5 minutes, I'm going to wind down. But yeah, the podcast for next week, I'm not quite sure exactly. There's a couple of ideas floating around that we kind of mentioned, but not quite exactly sure. But as soon as I know what it is, I'll definitely let you know. And it would be cool because Manic has to take a break come the 15th. So he has one more week to do the podcast before he has to take a break. So, but this podcast is something that we plan on doing for the conceivable, foreseeable future. So, an hour of podcast and an hour of a game. So, and it works out really nice because it's about as much as I can handle. So, I can't do more than 2 hours. So, it works out really nice, you know. An hour of a podcast and an hour of a game. Preferably, I like to do a game that is relevant to the podcast. Like last week, I did The Matrix Path of Neo, following the podcast on technological singularity. And it, you know, really good segue. It worked out really nicely. But I try to do a video game that is relevant to the podcast. But that's kind of how it is. 2 hours, an hour of podcast, and then an hour of a video game. And I'm in the wind down phase. So I've got about 3 minutes. So. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to download the podcast and upload that to YouTube. I'll share the link in Discord. Manic will as well in his Discord. He's actually waiting on me to finish and get it uploaded and share it with him. So. Come on here. Why can't you give me something that's easy to get to? How about this?
I'm looking for one person per city to join my program, but only one person for each city. So if
yeah. Alrighty. Well, I'll wind it out with this, and I'll say farewell after this. So, actually, even before this is over. But alrighty. I'll see you next week.
Did I really just do
Thanks
that
for
shit?
stopping in, Mike.
Fuck myself.
Anybody else?
Yeah.
See you later, Mike. I'll post the podcast after the stream. I gotta download it and re-upload it to YouTube, so I'll post it as soon as I do that.
Fucked and drank all night. Acted all alright.
Alright.
Had no need to fight.
No need to.
Have a good night. See you later. See you next week.
Drank all night. Acted all alright. Had no need to fight. Tonight.
Damn. Hey. Fuck myself, go fuck yourself, don't need no help, ayy. These bitches come and go and they don't see no wealth, damn. Keep your senorita, oops, I think she fell, ayy. Keep a separate visa just to buy the shelf. I might do another line and flew the time by hindsight. Please don't push my buttons like a typewrite. Oh, and I might size down if the price right, ayy. But that shit way too much so she can cool the fuck, ayy. She either do the most or she don't do enough, damn. Drag me through the mud, drag me through your love, ayy. Cash it got me buzzed, go and bag it up, down. Let me tag it up, down. X all on my phone, she wanna wrap me up, ayy. BRB them boys, please don't lack on us, ayy. You claim you had enough, just imagine us, down. You claim you had enough, just imagine us.
Hey, fuck myself, I just fucked up, I think I left a handprint. Lord knows if I see that judge, that man gon' do some damage. For